Welcome back.
Yeah. To a second episode where Emi has been topless when we start.
Yeah. The people outside have left. We can now freely say.
Yeah. Okay. Emi's giggling too. I don't remember why. We've been standing here for about half an hour.
Yeah.
And he tells you about all this? Emi shrugs.
Yeah, of course. He's kind of wild about the whole thing. Says it's a feeling that can't be beat.
I mean, I've never been in the same wheelhouse. I'm like, it's okay. I can take it or leave it.
The error in the track.
Giving, not receiving.
Seems
Let's establish that right now.
Well then. Seems charged with some kind of horrible curiosity. That's interesting. I suppose I'll have to take his word for it.
Well...
Oh.
Birds outside stop chirping.
A chorus of angels comes down.
It suddenly gets bright inside the tool shed. The wind dies down. Somewhere a man is drinking a cup of coffee.
Time's stopping. It's like the greatest moment ever, so time is stopping.
Gotcha. He freezes with a cup at his lips.
We could...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe... try it.
Oh, yeah. My jaw suddenly and spontaneously unhinges and hits the floor. Like an old cartoon.
What?
Like
the wolf.
Yeah.
Heart beating out of your chest. Well, that might actually be a thing with him.
That's not good. What? Emi is finally blushing, rubbing the back of her head ruefully.
Well, it's just that we really can't do what we did last night, you know? It would be a little... It wouldn't be safe, you know? I mean, it wasn't exactly a great idea last night. So, you know, we could try this to see if it,
Is as good?
Well, yeah, basically.
Huh. Whoa!
Well, then.
Okay.
I guess that's what Hisao looks like.
Careful!
This is
so
Jesus.
weird. Are you sure about this?
You're about to see a meme face, by the way.
I positioned behind Emi, who is looking back over her shoulder, looking a little flushed. Well, obviously, once we decided to go ahead with this idea, we had to get back into the mood. That accomplished, we emptied the bottle of...
Empty? Jeez!
How much do you need? Here we are.
Damn, Hisao, what are you packing?
Yes, I'm sure. Come on before I calm down and think too much about this.
Emi's breathing is still coming a little heavily, and her response is almost impatient. Which is to be expected, I suppose. We were both so close, and this is kind of delaying things. I think we've both gone temporarily insane. At least that's going to be my claim from here on out. I try hard not to think about the specifics of what I'm about to get myself into. Emi.
Yeah.
There's no way this is going to be very clean. Taking a breath that is as much for me as it is for her, there's a lot of resistance, and it's like both of our bodies are reluctant to actually go through with it. Emi's
fucking face.
God, what am I doing to her? Emi's whole body tenses, and it feels surprisingly good, if a bit odd. Emi, on the other hand, looks uncomfortable. Yeah, I'd say so. The expression is almost comical. Should I stop? Emi's breath hitches in her throat, and it seems to take a few seconds longer than it should to formulate a reply.
No, keep going. It just feels weird.
She giggles. I can't blame her. I'm surprised that I even managed to form a sentence. It's hot. It feels exceedingly odd. Naturally, it makes me uncomfortable. I continue to work my way, working slowly and listening carefully to Emi's breathing. I reach my limit and pause. Emi looks back again, biting her lower lip. Oh, that's hot.
Are you going to Are you going to try moving, or are we just going to sit here feeling silly? Get on with it.
God damn.
Jesus. I'm trying to be nice to you, but fine.
No, I just wanted to give you a chance to adjust. This doesn't make any sense. How did we even decide to do this?
I don't think there's really any adjusting to this, Hisao. Try moving. Maybe it'll feel better.
Less talking, more
I slightly move. It doesn't feel better.
She sounds doubtful, but certainly unwilling to admit defeat now that we've come so far. I begin a slow motion that seems to work well for both myself and Emi as she closes her eyes in an attempt to concentrate on this new feeling. As I begin to find a rhythm, I begin to feel that familiar falling away sensation I got yesterday. I close my eyes and try to lose myself in the feeling, except it doesn't seem right. Emi's not making any noise.
I killed her.
I learned very quickly yesterday that Emi is somewhat less than quiet when she's enjoying herself. As I open my eyes, I see that Emi is trying to get into things, but it just doesn't seem to be working for her. Her eyes are closed and she's biting her lip, but it seems to be out of toleration rather than enjoyment.
Oh, y'all did this too quickly.
This sucks. A sort of, well, this was a failure, but hopefully it'll be over soon.
Oh,
look.
you never want that look.
That's not good.
Oh, that's rough.
I'm caught in a bit of a situation here. In truth, I don't want to stop, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to be doing much for Emi. Or if it is, it's coming on far slower than I am.
Ain't that always the problem?
I feel bad. I want Emi to enjoy this too. I reach one arm around to tease at Emi's chest, which startles her. My gasp seems to amuse Emi, but her grin quickly turns to gasp as I move my other hand casually down her front, till finally I can't possibly... No, I can't possibly. Oh my gosh, so sorry, I'm going to... My fingers tense around Emi's nipples.
My Emi.
My Emi tightens. Dive between her legs. Random battle. Emi's back spasms and she arches up, a high girlish cry that echoes off the walls, and I feel the wave of my own annihilate all other sensations in my body. I hope I can post this.
Right?
Emi's arms give out as she...
Episode starts to just beep.
This is Bookend Gaming After Dark. Rather violently disengaging us and pulling something dear to me in the process. Oh, Jesus. The sudden switch from pleasure to pain causes me to lose my balance, and I fall forward on top of Emi.
Ow!
Ow. I quickly roll off Emi and prop myself up, breathing heavily and trying to ignore the pain in my crotch.
God, you broke your penis.
Emi yelps a little as she rolls over. She grabs a couple of the tissues we'd kept handy earlier and cleans up before getting her panties back on and awkwardly leaning against a wall.
How's she going to sit in a wheelchair now?
Yeah,
she's ruined.
Good job. Didn't think this one through, did we?
Oh my God, that bump over the door is going to destroy her.
Breathing heavily, I decide to sit against the wall next to her. The feeling of the cool concrete against my sweating back is a welcome sensation.
That hurt at the end.
Yeah, this is probably not a great idea.
Well, you're never getting that again.
Emi squirms in order to try and sit down beside me without too much pain. Judging by her wincing, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, I'm going to have words with the captain.
What?
He was clearly lying.
The utter and absolute ridiculousness of the situation suddenly hits, and I begin laughing. Emi shakes her head and begins laughing with me.
Hey, Hisao.
Yeah?
We're never doing this again, right?
Damn it.
Yeah, I think my curiosity is satisfied on this one. Emi nods, satisfied.
Good. I think we should maybe stick to the basics, don't you?
Well, let's not go too far.
I mean, most of this is new to me anyway.
What do you mean,
Oh,
most?
don't be a jealous asshole.
Emi grins, impishly.
I'll never tell.
You slut!
An unpleasant thought strikes me. Even more unpleasant is the thought of having to ask Emi about it. So maybe we just shouldn't.
Yeah.
Still, after what we've just
That's a
done,
rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
it should be a cakewalk. Hey, is there a sink in the shed?
What? I mean, it's a sports shed.
Well,
it might have
okay.
like a hose
That's
or something.
true. I'd kind of like to wash off a little. Emi's jaw drops.
In the sink?
Well, there's not really anywhere else to do it, is there? And I want to avoid a smell
That's attractive.
that the nurse might notice. This is the most awkward conversation I have ever had. Really? And maybe.
You're right. Yeah, that's, it's on the back wall. There might be some soap, too.
Thanks.
I feel like you've been in here too many times. Just be accusatory all the time.
Yep. There is, in fact, a little hand soap, which is better than nothing. No towel, though. Guess I'll just have to drip dry.
Just swing it back and forth. Air dry it.
All finished?
Just waving my arms like an octopus.
Yeah, that'll totally talking about your arms.
That'll do for now. Well, whatever. Washing my hands, too.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to take a shower after we see the nurse.
Glad to hear it.
Not like I'm not going to take a shower.
Okay.
Now help me find my clothes. You tossed them somewhere.
I was going to say that didn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Hey, you were no better. How am I supposed to explain that hole in my shirt?
Sorry, I got a little excited earlier.
My only shirt.
Yeah. Like a cartoon character. I guess he technically is.
It takes some time, but finally we're both more or less clothed. There's a frantic moment where neither of us knows where Emi's wheelchair is, but I recall it going through the door and rescue it.
Now, be more careful going through the door this time, would you? Bumps are not my friend right now.
Hey, I called that shit.
Uh-huh. I am so sorry we tried. Emi shrugs and
How
grins.
romantic.
Well, it was worth a shot, right?
She suggested it.
And anyway, it was good exercise, right?
Can't argue that.
Definitely sore.
Yeah. As we make our way up to the nurse's office, I notice that Emi keeps shifting uncomfortably in her seat.
Just lean on one side.
God, this feels weird. Good thing I'm in a wheelchair, Hisao.
Why is that?
Because now I don't have to explain to the nurse why I'm walking funny.
Well, if he asks, you just say, I don't have legs,
Oh,
ass.
yeah. We're never doing this again.
You've already said that.
The nurse is at least kind enough to not comment on the marks that Emi left on my shoulders. What, am I in there shirtless? Well, yeah, I guess I...
Yeah. I mean, it's a doctor. Nurse, whatever.
Nor does he say a word about Emi's constant shifting about in her wheelchair. Either he didn't notice or he didn't want to notice. All the same, I'm going to have to make sure he didn't slip cyanide into my medication for a little while.
I mean, would you even know what it looked like?
Just to be safe. No.
You don't even know what half your medications are.
I shower for longer than usual just to be sure I'm clean of our little experiment, and then collapse on my bed. Class is in 20 minutes, so I can probably afford a nap.
And
20 minutes?
And I slept all day.
Yep. And no class. Oh.
I think you have to click.
Oh, maybe there is a...
Oh, no,
there we go.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, someone's at my door.
It's a track team captain. You used all my lube!
Who's there? Knock, knock. That's not how the joke goes at all. What? Knock, knock. I already said who's there. More importantly, what time is it? Even more importantly, what day? Even more importantly, what year? I'm suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact that the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon. Ah, good job on a school day.
You can miss a day.
Now fully awake, I can remember why I was napping. Better not give that excuse to Mutao. Sorry I wasn't in class. I was experimenting sexually with my girlfriend, and it tired me out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that'll go over well. I hear that, brother.
Pound it.
I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. Probably because you answer the door. I guess I ought to answer the door. Oh, yay.
Shit. God, talk about pain in the ass.
That's not who I want to see right now. I'm strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side, though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me. What the hell are you doing here, man? Well, I was sleeping.
Why were you knocking then?
Kenji nods in understanding. Yeah, what? Knocked out, I see. I told you to be careful around that Ibarazaki chick, man.
Fucking name.
This is the sort of thing that happens when you aren't cautious. He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head. Did she hit you with something? Or was it a drug? Stop trying to touch me.
I'm unclean.
I've been uncleansed by the feminine wiles. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eyes. You got a concussion? I wasn't knocked out. Get the hell out of here. Maybe you just don't remember. This conversation isn't going anywhere. No, I just had a tiring morning and fell asleep. Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But you gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe. What? She's not safe!
Jesus! What are you, deaf?
To be around. She's one of the most sinister agents. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you, you know? What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent of anything, and she didn't knock me out, okay? I also highly doubt that she's brought down anyone at all.
Stop talking about my girlfriend. Eat your ass.
Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why. You don't believe me? That's cold, man, real cold. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know? We're not friends! We're friends? I had no idea. Then again, I wondered if Kenji knows what being a friend even entails. I feel something like pity for him standing there before me. Maybe he does think he's looking out for me. I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I hold out my hand as a sign of peace. Slap hands. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers that he's still shaking my hand.
Your hand smells like vagina.
Anyway, I need a favor. What kind of favor? I'm out of money. No, you aren't. You've got money kept in your desk drawer under a black notebook for emergencies. Get the hell out of here.
Oh my god.
Did you ransack my room? That's not important. I don't need money anyway. He adopts a very serious tone.
It must be really weird doing a voice that you yourself find annoying.
Yeah. We just went from like the best part of the game to more Kenji.
Right?
I'm about to undertake a major op.
Screwing up my high.
It'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right, but it's dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back. Sure, man, anything. Can I have the books that you stole from the library
Right?
as well? What the hell is he planning on doing? Should I be telling someone about this? If I go missing, wait 3 days and then mail my journal off to the newspapers. It's
He's Rorschach.
hidden in my room under a false bottom in one of my desk drawers. How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy. So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? It's an important skill to learn at a young age. Yeah, of course I know how. I'll be sure to do that for you if you go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way,
you could read it.
Kenji seems pretty happy that I've agreed to do this thing for him. Great, man, great. I'll see you around. I got stuff to do. Thank God.
Yeah, it was a little bit longer of an episode, but I didn't want to stretch Kenji between 2 episodes.
No.
Because that's just not a good way to start an episode.
It's not. We need Topless Emi back.
Just start every episode with that screen. That'll be our new intro.
I don't know if
I
that'll
feel
be
like we might
accepted.
get a couple strikes for that one.